Let's take you back to 1970 when the Queen was touring Australia. There was a purported Lithgow plot. This was supposedly an assassination attempt on the Queen and her husband. Joining me now, is Lithgow Mercury police reporter Len Ashworth.
Just elaborate on that, Len. Good morning to you. Tell us about the plot.
It was a royal tour back in April 1970. There was an overnight train trip through to Orange, where the Queen was. The Queen and the Prince Philip were due to meet the people the following day on the outskirts of Lithgow, a suburb called Bowen Fells, in a railway cutting. Someone had placed a large log on the track. When I say a log, it was actually a stanchion from a railway signal that had been replaced, apparently about 3 metres long. But there was a sweeper locomotive heading ahead, travelling ahead of the royal train, and it has hit the log and carried it some distance along the track. It was subsequently removed, and the train went through a short time later without incident. The log, all of the level crossings along the route had been closed for the occasion, and the railwayman told me that a couple of police had turned up with the log and instructed that it be locked in the signal box until they returned. The story wasn't told until some 30 years after the event. The Lithgow Mercury, where I was working at the time, had a visit from the police who asked for a guarantee that there'd be nothing published, and without that guarantee there would have been official notice served on us in the interests of national security. So, some 30 years later, the local detective sergeant in charge, now long retired as a superintendent, Cliff McCarty, we'd kept in touch over the years, and he contacted me and decided we should run the story, and that's where it became public. And 30 years after the event, it went viral around the world.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, you certainly kept it under wraps for, as you say, 30 years. How serious was the attempt? Did you ever find out who put that log on the tracks or what their intention was?
To my information, they only ever had one suspect, and he was a known IRA sympathiser, but he's long dead, and most of the police involved in the matter are now passed on, and so probably it'll never be known whether it was just a random act of vandalism or a deliberate attempt. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. You just lost your train of thought. Please go on.
The police involved in the matter all departed, and as I understand it, the police say it's no longer an active investigation. But really, apart from a few railwaymen, no one knew that the train was coming through at any specific time. There was no timetable given. So just what the true story was, it eludes me.
Okay. Len, wow, that is quite a yarn. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.